Hey, good morning, everybody. Well, I'm gonna say good morning, but that's because it's morning for me. So, good whatever time of the day it is for you. It is early right now. I don't know, it's probably like, I'm recording this at like 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So, it's early, but no one is awake at the house, so I figured I'd take this opportunity to say what's up again, make another video. Today I wanted to touch on two topics. The first topic is doxing and what's been going on Instagram. If you don't know and you're new to the hobby, a large portion of the community is on Instagram. So if you just go on Instagram and type in like hashtag Balisong or Balisong sales, or there's a large secondhand market on Instagram that you can, purchase stuff. But what I wanted to talk about with that is, it's not okay to dox somebody for any reason. I don't care what the reason is. I don't even care if someone did someone dirty or like didn't pay up. I don't know. I'm still trying to like tussle the idea in my head. I know that it's wrong to dox somebody. You don't really want to put anybody in danger. So like my point of view is, just because someone's done something wrong to you, that doesn't mean that you can do something wrong to them. So that's my standpoint on that. I don't know, some people might disagree with me and be like, yo, I don't know, they did this and this and that, so I'm gonna expose their whatever. It's not cool. So with that being said, actually, let me tell real quick what happened, why I'm talking about this. So I saw a post where someone had exposed some messages, and they were talking about what happened with the transaction. Apparently, someone was trying to put together a trade transaction, like I'll trade you this for that, whatever. They didn't say what it was, but someone backed out of the trade, and the other person got really mad. So they decided to call, because they had the person's address, they were able to call the police station in their town or city, call 911 and say, hey, there's a young child at this person's address that is looking to hurt themselves. So like 20 police officers show up at the person's house, and it took a while for them to figure out that, it was a misunderstanding and there was a mistake. But I mean, that's not cool. Like, first off, what I read in the post, if someone else had read the post, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think I remember reading that the person was only 16 years old. So imagine being the parents, and then like 20 police officers are showing up and you don't understand why, and like everything gets hectic and crazy and stressful. Like, there's no reason to do that to somebody. Sorry, big truck driving by. So I wanted to talk about that. I think someone else posted a video. Even Will Hirsch might have posted a video on doxing. Somebody did. Some decently followed person posted a video, and maybe it was Camaro EE. I watched his live stream when he talked about doxing. I think that's who it was. But yeah, that's just not cool. So what I'm gonna do about that is, I think what I've decided is I'm going to go get myself a P.O. box at my local post office. And I think I've probably done about like 6 or 7 either trades or me purchasing something where people know my like home address. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that anymore. I'm going to be using a P.O. box. I don't know what they cost, but I'm going to get one. Like, people, there's some people out there that are not friendly, you know. Some of them are in the community, you know. It's just people in general. There's not nice people wherever you go, in whatever hobby you do, you know. Like, even video games or flipping, or I'm a skateboarder and BMXer as well. I mean, there's some toxic people in that too. Just about anything I can imagine, there's toxic people. I mean, that's just the way life is, honestly. And all we can do is try our best to prevent those things from happening to us. That's all we can do. So I think that probably concludes my talk on doxing. I don't want to, you know, ramble on. That was only 5 minutes. So the second thing I wanted to touch on is flipping progression. So I'm pretty sure I have a decent amount of new flippers that watch my channel. And what I wanted to talk about is your flipping progression. So you guys know I've introduced myself to my videos a couple times, like, hey, I'm Chris. I'm new at battlesong flipping. This is a new perspective. I've been flipping for about 3 months. Honestly, it feels like I've been flipping forever. Like, when I say I've been flipping for 3 months, like, I surprised. Ooh, that was bite handle. It just feels like I've been doing it a lot longer. I don't know. Time has been moving slow when it comes to this. Anyways, basically, what I wanted to say about progression is I've been using a formula on how to get good at flipping. So what I do is, first, I'm really picky about what tricks I learn. I do not pick tricks that I think are ugly, or that, you know, I just don't, basically, I don't pick tricks that I don't like the look of. So if I am going to learn how to do a trick, if I think it looks stupid, like while someone's flipping, then I will not learn it. So like, I'll go through YouTube and I'll, you know, look around for tutorials and I'll watch them do the trick, and then I'll be like, either, hey, that looks awesome, I'd love to learn that, or ew, that looks stupid. Let me give an example. I have not learned how to chaplain yet because I don't really care for the look. Now, I will learn it. I've been thinking about learning it anyways, because it can be used in so many combinations. I'm trying to think of a trick that I just really didn't like the look of. See, nothing comes to mind at first, but I know if like I saw a trick, I'd be like, nah, that doesn't look good. So after I find a trick that I want to learn, all I do is that trick for a couple days. So I'll stare at the trick until I memorize the combination, so that once I memorize the motions of the balisong and the hand, then I can try my best to replicate it. And as I make mistakes, I just try my best to correct them. You gotta figure out what you're doing wrong. Like, if you keep messing up, figure out what you're doing wrong and try to correct it. So the biggest tip that I can offer for new flippers is don't try to learn too much at once. It's okay to learn one trick and then spend 2 weeks on the trick. That's okay. Because like when my first couple weeks, I tried to learn like 5 or 6 tricks in a row, and then I started having trouble remembering the order of some tricks. So I haven't learned a new trick in probably a month. I've learned different variations of the same tricks that I do, and I've like put them in different orders of like, all right, I'll do a Y2K, and then I'll do a fan, and then I'll do a shortstop. And then I'll practice that combination for a while. And then I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna put it in a different order now. So basically, because I don't actually know that many tricks. I know a couple fan variations, like normal fan, and then behind the hand fan or whatever, palm fan. I do palm, forward and then reverse, whatever. I don't know, shortstop, couple rollovers, Zen rollovers behind the 8-ball, Y2K. I know a couple aerials, and all I do is take like my 10 to 12 tricks that I know, and I just figure out the best way to put them together and like flow them really nice. I have like a couple what I would call flows that I do, and I just practice. So like you'll see me do that flow. Whoop, I messed it up. But that's probably my favorite one right now. What I do is I'll do like a fan, and I'll switch it to the behind, then a palm fan, and then into the Z choker. Like that's one flow that I do, for example. But it took me like 2 weeks to learn how to do a shortstop without like hesitating. Like I still mess them up to this. Hold, let me get that on camera. I still mess them up to this day. Like I'm not perfect. See, but that took like 2 weeks for me to be able to like not screw up every single one. And when I say all I did was shortstop for 2 weeks, I'm not kidding. All I did was shortstop for 2 weeks. That's sometimes what it takes. Like, I've over time gotten good at things that require like finger dexterity and finger coordination. But if you know, this is the first, finger coordination thing you've ever done, sometimes you have to stay on one trick for a while until you get it, and that's okay. Like, you don't have to feel like you're falling behind or hey, I've been flipping for a year and I can only do like 4 things. That's okay. That's the best thing about individual activities like balisong flipping, or what else I like, skateboarding for instance, or BMXing, snowboarding, all kinds of individual sports, or like running track. Those are all things where you're not competing against somebody. Your only competition is yourself. So all you're trying to do is one-up yourself to the next level, but it's not like you have a time frame. You can do those things in any amount of time frame that you want. That's the other flow that I really like. That's probably my favorite right there. So basically what I want someone to take away from this, if you're still watching, because I'm literally just rambling, don't feel bad about how long it takes you to learn something. Take your time, really learn it. And what I do is just make sure it's muscle memory before you move on to your next trick. So what I've figured out is if I can't do the trick while talking, it's not muscle memory yet. That's basically what I figured out. Like, walk around and talk, even if you have to do that on your own. I mean, you might look stupid, but make sure make sure no one's looking or something if you feel embarrassed. But walk around, don't look, because right now I'm not looking at the phone, I'm not looking at my hand, I'm looking straight ahead. If you can't do your flips while doing that, talking and looking ahead of you, then you don't have it muscle memory yet. And as you can see, as soon as I started looking away, my flips got significantly worse. Yep. Because you can't see the timing, you want to feel the timing. So, well, that's what I wanted to offer up today, is those two little conversations. I have to, for those of you who have watched this far, the update on my family is my grandmother's funeral is today. Well, the wake is today, the funeral's tomorrow. And then I'll be heading back to my home state on Thursday, or Thursday is when I'll be heading back. I have a 12-hour drive back to my home state. It's pretty far to be in a car, so not really looking forward to it. So, all right, guys, thanks for staying tuned for this long, if you have. I know that a lot of people are not subscribed. If you've made it this far and you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because if you made it this far in my video, you probably like what I was saying. And that means that we're on the same page. So you should definitely subscribe. Maybe even like the video. Leave me a comment, something. Check out my aunt's koi pond. It's pretty cool. She just got this built. So, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna go inside and probably eat breakfast. So, I'll see y'all later. Peace.